Someone linked to me something the other day. I have to show you guys. Has anyone seen the thing? He literally says like, yeah, the people that play our games are otakus, which are like, they're like shut-in people that would rather like find love with like anime characters than like real human beings. Have you seen that video? And he's like, yeah, our main demographic is essentially dudes that are like fucking have you seen that? And it's like, holy shit. Did they seriously say that? Yeah, he's like, yeah, our main demographic are what is otaku? I don't know what that term is. Otaku, a young person who's obsessed with computers or particularly aspects of popular culture to the detriment of their social skills. Yeah. He's like, our main demographic are otaku men. I'm otaku myself. He like self-identifies as like otaku, and he's like, yeah, you know, we think we have like a business model where we can sell, you know, beautiful anime women to these people, kind of thing. Mostly the sweet, cute, kawaii, pretty girls. This kind of game is popular and loved among otaku. So our core users are otaku. We ourselves are otaku, so we deeply understand what otaku demand. Bro, I have never heard such a fucking self-roast in my life. I have never heard someone absolutely roast themselves so much in my entire career. We are so shut in, interested in technology and anime women to the detriment of our social skills. And he's like, yeah, man, we're an entire company of people doing that. And we're building that for a bunch of other people that are doing the same. It's not bad to be otaku. Listen, listen. There's nothing wrong with liking Genshin Impact. There's nothing wrong with liking Honkai and other mobile games like it. I play them as well. That being said, if you can't talk to women or men or the people you find sexually attractive in the real world, if you can't look someone in the eye and have a conversation with them because you're so shut in, that's a fucking problem for yourself. Like, I mean, I'm sure you can find work. I'm sure you can find, you know, a job and all these different things. But like, if you literally can't find love because you're so shut in, I feel really bad for you. Love and finding someone to love and spend your life with, I think, is a very important thing in life. Like, to not even be able to talk to other people, as long as it doesn't affect others, it shouldn't be a problem. Well, I mean, it's affecting you. Shouldn't you worry about you a little bit? Otaku are very good and kind. Very lovely, yet very poor people. They have a strong inner need to communicate with girls, yet afraid to act because of a huge psychological pressure. So otaku are generally this kind of distressed inside. Lonely and isolated people. So we are here to meet such needs of otaku. Is that not the sickest thing you've ever heard in your life? There's a bunch of men that want female companionship, but they're too scared to do it because of all the psychological pressure. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell them a game where they can collect a bunch of hot anime girls instead. So they can still get that affection. No, that's not the same fucking thing. That is delusional. That's tragic, bro. So the most important feature of our game is, aside from ensuring that the game is fun to play, is we focus on catering or creating virtual characters that players love through the game. Creating the idea of a virtual idol. Is this why everyone is so crazy when I say, listen, I don't like this character? Because they're like, that's my Eula! That's my Eula! Don't talk about her that way! Is this why? Is this explaining everything? Bro, this is opening my eyes. Publishing games themed on MOE girls? Well, what's MOE? Allowing otaku to enjoy the feeling of being saved. And our dream is to allow every single otaku to have a virtual idol to find their meat and drink, and to say goodbye to loneliness and isolation. Brother, that is the sickest thing. All these otaku people can finally not be lonely. Brother, you're isolating them even more. Oh my God, this is like actually sick. Oh yeah, this is the other thing too. Yo, this is the other thing too. Firstly, it's relatively easy and fun to get started. That's because otaku have been suffering huge psychological pressure already. We hope that they can play this game easily and can enjoy the feeling of being saved anytime, anywhere. Secondly, our games are designed specifically to touchable devices like smartphones and tablets, which is giving players a unique game experience and the emotional expression. For example, our friendship system, which is using the touch feature. Thirdly, and also the most important feature of our game, is that our game must have very MOA female characters. Mo female characters. They literally are saying, we don't want our players to have any extra anxiety. We want the game to be fun, easy to jump into, no end game. The CEO of this company. Also, you know who this is, right? This is the guy, what is his, Dway? What is his name? This is the guy that's in all the live streams. It's the same guy. He's just older now. No way. Yeah, it's the same guy. Why would I ever hold on to the thought that, hey, they're going to add endgame when this is what he believes? The core values of the company since 2011 are hot, sexy characters for you to fall in love with and build a friendship with in the teapots. You know what I'm saying? Is like build a teapot and don't stress you out too much. We're not going to do it. He changed now because he's rich. Oh, this guy made so much money, it's not even funny. Oh, he's big brain. I mean, he saw a niche. He filled it. He's a big brain gamer. But like, he's literally creating parasocial relationships within this like genre of gaming. If you think I'm being a jerk when I'm talking about otakus, listen, if you think I'm being a jerk or you feel like I'm hurting your feelings, all I'm saying is, can you not understand that wanting love and wanting female companionship and wanting a relationship and being too scared to do it and then having some twisted love for an anime character that doesn't exist is probably a bit problematic? It is probably going to hurt your lifestyle long term, is probably not going to lead to true happiness. It's like, I don't want to think about my problem, so I'm going to drink. I don't want to think about that problem, so I'm going to game instead. I'm going to do drugs instead. You're using something to fill the void. And in this case, you're using anime characters to fill the void of love for your ability to talk to women or talk to guys. There's otaku games for women as well, where it's like a bunch of husbandos. Like, long term, this is kind of leading to some degeneracy, to not allowing you to find love or to like improve your social skills. They're going to get worse and worse. And then here's the thing. Okay, listen, if you're a gamer and that's your hobby and you spend a bunch of time doing it, probably any gamer, whether it's Call of Duty or Destiny or Final Fantasy or this, you probably do lose some social skills in some ways. Maybe they go up because you're playing Call of Duty with people or friends with, or you're playing Halo with friends or whatever it is. You're raiding with people in Destiny. You know, there's ways to be social. But if all you do is play anime games like Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail or whatever it is, and you're not doing any of these social things because it's a single player game, and these games are about collecting hot anime characters, like, if you brought that up in a conversation, when you finally do go on a date, it's like, what do you like to do for fun? And it's like, I don't know. Well, what do you like to do for fun? Nothing. What do you like to do for fun? Do you play games? Kinda. Well, what games do you play? It's like you don't even want to talk about it. You'd be like embarrassed to talk about it in some cases. And then you're like, I play a game where I collect a bunch of hot anime girls. And they're like, what? You're weird. Like it's almost like putting you in a situation where this thing that you're enjoying a whole bunch is making you seem like a little creepy. It's a weird thing. I at times have been embarrassed with the game I cover. I've felt this for a long time, but I love the combat and I love some of the aspects of Genshin, but there's other parts of it that I feel like kind of like cringe. And even like on my son's hockey team, they're like, hey, aren't you like a big YouTuber? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, what video game are you playing? And I'm like, it's called Genshin Impact. And they're like, what the fuck? You're creepy. You know, not actually, but sometimes I do feel like a little bit embarrassed by the game. I don't know, man. It's just I think it's like a slippery slope to go down. There's nothing wrong with liking it here and there. Again, I'm playing it, you're playing it, that's fine. But if you're an actual otaku and you're actually using these games to simulate connection with females, you need to go talk to someone. or you need to get out. You need to maybe break the cycle a little bit, because I feel like it's risky business. I'm just being honest with you. You got to touch some grass. Yeah. Enjoy what you enjoy. F everyone else. Yeah, no, for sure. But also that means that you're going to be single for the rest of your life. So I hope you're okay with that. I'm not saying enjoying the game and playing the game in your free time is okay. I'm saying if you're literally using it in the sense that he just described, if you're using it in the otaku sense, if you're looking at this game and going, oh, there's pretty girls that I can interact with, and that's like the key feature here, that is a problem. I just find it interesting. But also it's just like, it's very obvious what their goals are. Make a bunch of hot characters, make them fun to play, make it casual to play, and that's it. That's all you're getting. And so realistically, there was that developer talk about there's no end game. There's never going to be end game. Obviously, maybe some of that is fake. Maybe some of it is true. But since 2011, they've been saying stuff similar to that. Is like, hey, this is a casual game. We don't want to stress out our audience. They're stressed out enough because they can't find love. Let's give them some anime characters. The thing is like taking in this information as a businessman, I should look at that and go, they will never build the game that I want. I should move on. And the more stuff I see like this, and the more I've been bored with the daily commissions, I think it's like to the point where I don't want to hold on anymore. I'm just like, I'm going to wish for Yelan. And this, honestly, I'm not even memeing with you. This might be one of the last banners I wish on, because I just won't play.
I'll give him a week.
I'll give him 11 minutes.
Wild Hearts is coming out next week. I don't even know if it's going to be good. I don't know if I'll even like it. But if that fails, then maybe we try Destiny. But I'm also working on a different channel that's like more finance based and like different. But it's just like every time I see these things, I start to like I'm like disenfranchised by the game, by the company. I'm just like, I can't fake it anymore. I've been faking it for so long. It's a cycle. I mean, the thing is, this is the thing, is like, I get that it's a meme. And I say a lot of times, like, I want to quit or I want to move on, but there's not something for me to move on. This is the first time in a while where I see a couple things where it's like, oh, I can try that. I could try that. I could try that. But now that those are here, it might actually happen. It might actually happen, because I don't see a future for the game other than otaku collecting anime girls, and that's not fun anymore. And I kind of joked about that. I'm not joked about it, but I kind of referenced it. Is like, I have some characters here that I feel like I put in like a lot of time in their artifacts. And like back in the day, I really cared about this. But knowing that all you have to do is equip a few elemental mastery artifacts and hyperbloom and do almost the same damage, or kill things and clear content in almost the same amount of time, the value of this to me is gone. I do not, like, I almost feel dumb for building these artifacts, because I could have just built a bunch of wicked cool characters instead. And I could already have my Yunjin up and running, and I could have used my Rosaria, and I could have used Kaya, and I could have built a bunch of these characters, because at the end of the day, my damage and ability to clear the abyss would be almost the same. It just wouldn't even matter, because that's how good Hyperbloom is. And if Hyperbloom existed at the start of the game, I would have played the game differently. Because it wouldn't make sense to have min-maxed artifacts. It would make sense to have multiple team options to clear the abyss faster. The game would have been played completely different than it is right now. And like this Kuki, where's my Kuki Shinobu? This Kuki Shinobu, I've been farming this. I farmed the domain, well, how many times did I do it, guys? Like 2 days? And I did get lucky with some elemental mastery stuff with some ER. This is elemental mastery with ER. All I'm looking for is an on-set Sands, and I win the game. And even if I don't use an on-set piece, like, I literally, this Kuki will be able to beat the abyss, clear the abyss so fast with Hyperbloom and heal my team. Like, I don't know, it's just so, it feels like I just was wasting so much resin and so much time on something that didn't need to be done because of how accessible Hyperbloom is. Because even if this didn't land in ER, even if this didn't land in ER, it didn't have HP, the amount of damage you do because of the Elemental Mastery and the level of your character is so top-loaded. Like all the value is in just this stat being here and this stat being here and the level of your character, that these ones are just extra. This is just like a little bit more value, a little bit more accessibility to doing the damage. But it just feels like if you want to have a god tier DPS unit, you need to land on the main stat here, and these ones have to be good, or else it's like a trash piece. In order to get my Iato, like I don't think he's the best Iato ever, but like 93, 214, limited ER. In order for that to happen, you know, you need a good weapon here, and you need, you know, this has a bunch of crit rate and crit damage, and this has some crit rate and crit damage, and this has a ton of crit rate. You need it to roll so well to really get to these numbers. You know, you could even see with my Lisa on my other account, she gets EM from ascending her. You can equip an EM weapon, like where's my sacrificial fragments? 201 EM, just like that. And your crit rate, your crit damage, your attack, it doesn't even matter. And it ruins the balance of artifacts. And so when stuff like that happens, like, I'm just disenfranchised with the game. And knowing the kind of path that is coming for Genshin, and the fact that card games and teapots are a true focus for the game because that's what the otakus want. I've known for a long time they're never going to make the game that I thought it was going to be, or that I aspire or hoped that it was going to be. And the further I go down, it's getting easier and easier to let go. You have to understand, guys, I love Genshin Impact. It was my favorite game. I had an incredible business covering Destiny 2. Like if you go back and you look at MTash YouTube, right? I was covering other games, but I completely swapped to Genshin Impact. And I did incredible in this game. It changed my life. It provided so much for my family. And I know I've almost quit like 5 different times, and I know there's been some ups and downs, but truly, this was an incredible journey that changed my life forever. But before this, I was successful on Destiny 2. I was successful playing other games, and I took an absolute gamble on this. This is when things really took off. 7 million views, 5 million views, almost 2 million views, 1 million views, 4.4 million views, right? 1.8 million views, 1.5 million views. And before that, there's another one, 2.5 million. I was playing Destiny. 50,000, 190,000, 64, 79, 76. Genshin was huge. I'd get like 70,000 views and I was really, really happy. 100,000 views, I was really, really happy. And I made a lot of money from Genshin Impact, but a lot of time that I played Genshin Impact, beyond the first like 4 months, I was unhappy. Where even when I was getting less views on Destiny, a lot of this time, I was having fun. I think I'm ready for the change to cover a new game. I took a week off the game going to Hawaii, and every time I take a little break, it's harder and harder to jump on and do commissions. Like I'm just at the end. Like it's not fun anymore. And I know that my views will go down probably. You know, there's going to be some ebb and there's going to be some flow. And I might play when there's a big event just because like I still maybe for me I like the game just like when there's a new thing, but every time there's a new event, it's harder and harder for me to do the event. Like most of the progress in the game is the event and the daily commissions, and it's like I can't bring myself to do it. And so if this Wild Hearts game is good, I might be gone. We'll see. I don't know. The thing is like people keep saying, "Well, what about Honkai Star Rail? What about Wuthering Waves?" And the thing is, I don't want to have to do daily logins to progress, and all the value is in the daily grind. In other games, I can play multiple hours and make big progress on the days that I play, and I might not progress the next day, but I don't miss and lose progress by not logging in. And with Genshin, when you've done the quests and you've done the chests, the only way to progress is logging in. And I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of doing that. Gacha games as a whole are mentally taxing to me. I don't want to do them half the time. I don't know. It's like the less I'm playing Genshin, the easier it is to not play Genshin or want to play Genshin. It's happening rapidly. I went away on my vacation. I came home. I went away again to a hockey tournament. So in the last month, I've been gone like 15, 16 days, and I've logged in almost none of them. I logged in a little bit here and there just to get a couple of primo gems because I was like, whatever, I got nothing to do right now. But it's easier and easier and easier and easier to stop. I feel that a lot of the people that play Genshin Impact now are not the people that I was making guides for in the past, and the people that are like me that play the game. The people that play now are the otakus. They are the people that are not like-minded to me. I am brash. I am controversial to the people that play Genshin Impact now. In the past, I truly believe that my channel was loved and it was valuable, but those people are gone. And so unless you're Anthony Chen or Tuano or someone who appeals to the masses that are currently playing Genshin, it is a bit of a like the content that I want to make is not what will succeed in this game. So I'm hoping that the game next week is good. I hope that Wild Hearts pops off. And Dark and Darker, like I'll play that and we'll have some fun. I might do a little bit more Elden Ring today. And here's the thing: is like I just ranted. Today I want to get Primo Gems, and I want to pull on the banner when it swaps in 3 hours and 31 minutes, and I want to snipe Yelan, and I want to get her, and I want to go yeah because I feel like it. But after I do that, after I snipe Yelan in 3 hours and 30 minutes, I don't know what will motivate me to play the game the next time, or the next time, or the next time. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go to this teleporter. I'm going to continue into this desert. But after that hit of dopamine, I don't know when I'll want to play again.